So you'll never get them close enough to hit them with a area of effect, so single attack, single hit magic skills will do pretty good. Lightning, fire. Okay. Chrono leveled up. Go ahead and use this shelter. And save. Beneath the Azure. There are a few... There's an elixir there. And then there's nothing over here, I don't think. Yeah, no chests or anything. Got 2 chests here. These guys don't dodge, so it's just better to use physical attacks all the way. If you get 3 good attacks like that, they'll fall. Better than using the MP at this point in the game. Especially if you do some criticals. That'll really help drastically. And Robo and Lucca leveled up again. So Knave Helm and I think another Knave Helm, yeah. Those are actually good for Chrono and Robo. Put your helmets on, you knaves. Don't actually, can she? Yes, she can, okay. It's actually better to put it on her things. Robo still has like 70 something. Robo's a monster with defense. Don't believe there's any other rooms again. No. I don't believe this goes off anywhere either. This is actually a chest. You can pick up a speed belt from there. Magus goes total badass here. Breaks out of a stasis chamber like it was nothing. Well, not like it was nothing, but still manages to do it. You'll find out who this guy is later, but at the same time they kind of bury the lead by showing his name when you fight him. You just don't really know who he is, but you can kind of hazard a guess by his name. Pay close attention to the fact that he just took the Masumi in. That's going to have an impact. And you'll see how. Okay. I almost forgot that he dropped me to 1 health. Pro tip there, make sure you heal before you get into any battles. I'll use a mid-ether, just because I'm wasteful like that. That wasn't really too much of a waste. I mean, it's almost a full heal with that. Yeah, 2 shots and Magus will drop these guys. 1 if he criticals. Level 9. Definitely not the level we left him at. So yeah, they do level up as time goes on. It's not really worth it. So you do get Magus back, sort of. You actually don't get to use him until later on, but he is available. He is in Chronopolis, so for the time being. That's the one thing I noticed about this game is that it puts an emphasis on how big changes in the past can be in the future. And there's a really huge one that comes up later on that really gets kind of messed up. Oh, there's a chest in here I missed. I don't care about you, I'm gonna talk to Balthazar. Power meal, okay. Yeah. And so here we go for the first unraveling of history. Middle Ages, obviously. Balthazar. 40 years later in this current timeline. Level 8. Yeah, so they level up with you. Or at least in some sort of parallel amount with you when you're not in their party. So that's good. So you don't have to worry about leveling them up. So any levels you get should be reciprocated. Oh, there we go. A lapis. So, it's to the Middle Ages to see how that guy fracked things up. It's kind of pretty big too. Not as big as the one that happens later, but it's pretty big for what it does. You'll find out here pretty soon. I want to forget a 105 AD if that would be there. No, I don't think so. We'll go to 605. It could be, but we'll see what I'm talking about later, because we'll be going back to the present after this. Oh, this part's hilarious. Chrono the picnic thief. Need cake. So you can't get over to there from here like you could before. You can get from the other side though, you can get up there. There's a chest up there. Excuse me. Try and not... You have to fight these guys for it though. These guys are kind of annoying, especially the eagle dude. The imp base. I'm not even going to use that stuff crash unless I've saved just before using it because I have no clue what that's going to do to the game. These guys have a pretty good amount of health. Everything has really more health than you think it would. Granted, physical attacks will still take these guys out, but you have to do a special attack on them first. Look, I didn't quite have the power to knock that guy out. That's just part of this game. This game is really geared much higher towards a much higher difficulty than the original. Everything has more health than it probably should. Not sure how much more health, but if you compare it to the original Chrono Trigger, it's probably in the order of 1.5 to 2 times as much health for the regular enemies. The bosses are totally on a different level. There'll be some enemies later on that are totally just... They are complete total hell to deal with because of the abilities they possess. Coupled with like 1,000 HP. Not quite enough for... Let's use Rocket Roll. There's enough to take out that rolly. That plus the physical attack should do. If it's not from... If it's from Chrono or Robo. No, maybe not. It's actually still got quite a bit of health left. And one more. 9 health. Wow. So I did exactly 99 more damage than I needed to. Did I grab that item? I did. I forgot what it was already. I think it was an ether or maybe a full tonic. So let's do our usual scouring for information. Oh, there's another thing that happened, which is the fact that Magus disappeared from the timeline as well. The Vanguard will play an important role, at least in terms of the timeline continuity. So... I would say don't sell the elixir now because you can sell other things for the moment that would get you just as much. Well, not just as much, but I'll get you near it. Near enough. Mid-tonics. That's quite... So we can sell this full tonic. To be honest, I think I will because we're not going to really need that. That's too much for our current HP uses. That'll be very useful though. That's basically a party-wide mid-tonic. That'll allow us to buy the Glit sword for Glenn and the belly shot for her. And we'll go ahead and equip those. We'll sell the U-bow for 40. Pretty useless. You can see the poor fissures starting even back here. There's Toma. And I think this is a either continuity error or it's a typo or something because the war hasn't ended yet. Oh, and here's the first thing you get a hint of that things are not quite right. The fact that Cyrus never became is not known to anyone. Actually, neither is Glenn, to be honest. or frog or whatever, and that'll be explained a bit later. I think it's by Glenn himself explains it. Delusional disorder. Not sovereign or something. Don't think there's a chest up here. No. No. Actually, I haven't checked back in here before. So I guess you go back in time, you're able to take things that you've taken in the future without having to worry about it. But you don't want to take things in the past that you haven't taken in the future, because then they won't be there in the future for you to take. I don't think you can get up to here, though. To be honest, maybe we can. I won't take it yet, because I'm not sure. When I get back to the present, I'll go take a look. I know we've taken this, though. I think before it wouldn't let you go into those areas of the castle. $100G. Interesting. This goes up. This went to the prison before, didn't it? Maybe not. I think that was on one of the other wings. One of the lower front wings. I won't take that one either, so I don't think I've gotten that one. Let's go over here now. This is just that general area here. I was gonna say no, but whatever. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Probably needed to be healed anyway. Nothing to find here. Pretty sure there's probably nothing here either. That wasn't there before, I know it wasn't, so I don't have to worry about it. Well, actually, I don't really know if it was or not, so I might have screwed myself over in getting an item, but... Still always rushing about and doing stuff. I think I did check down there before, and there wasn't one. Or maybe I didn't, I don't know. Who knows what I did and didn't check. Let's try the cathedral. Might be something there. Unlikely, but who knows. And you can't open up the secret passage anymore. Be fun if you could, though. Go back there and fight Yarkar or something. So this is a new building. Vanguard post. So Casimir is the mystic that took over control after Magus vanished. Slash was defeated and sent everyone back to the prehistoric era in the original game in Chrono Trigger. Again, pay close attention to that Viper climb. That's another direct tie-in to Chrono Cross. And in this game, your choices have effects, literal effects, on how the game happens. So, over here. You will have to do some fighting, so... Are you ready for it? So, magic scarf. These guys are pretty strong. Well, maybe not pretty. I mean, they have 550 HP, so they're strong in that regard. Fire whirl. Not quite close enough. There. Never using those kind of area effect skills, you always want to maximize what you can hit with them. Obviously. Like right now, I think that flame toss would be pretty good. Oh, it's Chrono that has a, let's see, slash. Alright, got one of them.